All right, hello and welcome, evening art enthusiasts. We're about to do another drawing session here. So I'm gonna get some of my get set up with some of my channels here. Let's see, we got YouTube. And let's go get into our creative studio. Today's a good day. Hope you're all having a great day. Today's a holiday. It is a holiday. It is President's Day. Which I don't actually know what people do on President's Day other than the fact that it's, you know, I probably could look it up, but just have decided not to. So we're going to start here in a second. Just want to get a couple things taken care of on my stream settings. Let's see here. Let some people roll on in. Now, sadly, I can't chat with people on my Instagram. But let's go into here. And then do a message to pin it. Let's see, what's a good message? All right, we're gonna pin that. Pin message. I'm going to skip to another channel. We're going to pin it here. Now we're going to go to our kick stream. And let's get going. So we're just going to continue on in this Bargue drawing series. Actually, you know what? I still have to put in some headphones. I have to listen to stuff while I'm doing my artwork. I can't not listen to things. Actually, no, I should also have my Instagram on too, because I do Instagram live streams. But I don't actually know where my lives pop up on my Instagram, because supposedly it's supposed to be logging me in. But maybe they just go to my Facebook. I don't know. Anyway, enough getting distracted by technology. Alright, here we go now. Gonna put on some positive thinking audio. Some audio to make you think more positively. And here we go. So I got a couple of tools here. I've got a set of pencils right here. I got some extra leads, which I probably won't use for quite a long time. And I've got this nice pencil right here. And, 'and, 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 ' Let's see what happens if we go up from here. We're gonna go. You know, if we can go straight across this, we can pretty much try to match it. Try to match it right here. No, that is such a vertical line. I need an angled line. Just slightly angled. Slightly angled, barely noticeable. And let's go like this. This is going to go about halfway. And go straight out past here. Bring this down a little bit. So I'm using the Charles Bargue drawing course. And basically just copying success. That's what we're doing, copying success. And here we go. Let's go. And this one, I feel like I have the pressure of like matching the other side. So maybe, not too bad. All right. That's about the same height, which is fair enough. We could work with that. You get a nice shadow. There's a line for a shadow. What's up, Bowenator? Dang, you wish you could watch. Hey, you're gonna take a sleep. That's all good, brother. Have a good evening. But thanks for stopping by. It's great to see a familiar face or a familiar name, a familiar brand. Let's just call you your own brand, Bowenator. You have a name that is worthy of a brand, the Bowenator. That is a name that is worthy of branding. So there you go. I could hear that. I could see, you know, most people come up with usernames and like, you know, people like go through, I've probably gone through a handful of usernames throughout my life. You know, maybe like a dozen. You know, we've all played like video games and like, you know, come up with different names for different streams or whatever. But, you know, out of all those names, I never really felt like one clicked, you know? So I think when you can actually like come up with a name that actually works with your personal name and your, as well as like your something clever. Like Bowenator's a great football player name too, you know? It's like they call him the Bowenator. The Bowenator. The Bowenator has arrived. There you go. It's like a movie character, the Bowinator. What does a Bowinator look like in a movie? Who would call themselves the Bowinator in a movie? So let's go like this. I'm gonna go, bam. So I'm trying to feel out this hand right here. I'm gonna go like this, bring this side in as well. Maybe less steep of a curvature right here. And here we go. I'm gonna bring this on. And you know what? I also get like, my streams get later because I've been really, you know, gotta take care of stuff in the mornings and whatnot. So working through the evening is the goal. So I need to fix this hand because it's a little bit of an angle, but it's also supposed to look like just a relaxed hand that's just pretty much just like sitting, resting. Let's see, we're going to bring this down just a little bit further. So I'm thinking like this angle needs to be fairly, a little bit deep. It's not bad. Not bad. Okay. We got that. And let's go, actually, you know what? Let's like make the fingers here. And we're gonna go that almost comes down like right there, so almost like right there. And here we go. How do I avoid graphite shine? What's up, Airbender? What is graphite shine? Graphite shine? Like, definitely the light is like reflecting on this, but I don't know. I definitely get graphite shine. I think it depends on the type. You know what? If I had to come up with an answer, I don't know the real scientific answer for what you're saying. But my guess is like the type of lead you use maybe and like how hard you press. Because I do have some pieces where I notice my graphite shine. Like this one, if I turn it at a certain angle, it's kind of hard to see right now. But if I turn it at a certain angle, I see the like this one. Ah, there we go. There's the graphite shine you're talking about, right? That little shiny, that shiny graphite when it reflects. I think you just got to find the right angle for lighting is it. But I also imagine, like, I don't know for sure, but the quality of lead, like, I could tell there's a big difference between this lead right here that came with this, like, so this is a pencil extender. So if your pencil gets, you know, if you start to lose your pencil a lot, you just stick it in here. You just stick it in here, and, you know, it extends your pencil. So, like, I think they use a cheap pencil in here, like a really cheap pencil. But if you use, like, I use STAEDTLER. And honestly, I don't know, I think maybe the type of lead has to do with it, using a softer lead probably. But yeah, I definitely noticed, like, you know, the light coming from up here. My light is up here and up. So like, you know, to right and up. So it's coming down this way. And you know, I can see it, but maybe because of the angle of the camera, you can't totally see it. So the graphite shine definitely annoys me visually when I'm trying to do the work. But it's not, like, totally difficult to deal with. So anyway, hope that answers your question. I mean, I don't really have, like, a total, complete solution. Maybe use charcoal. But anyway, yeah, thanks for the question. Good to answer some questions. I unfortunately don't have a scientific expert level answer where I could say, well, the way to avoid graphite shine is scientifically by using a lead that has at least 10 parts per 12 graphite, whereas other leads cheaper pencils tend to use lead that is only 5 parts graphite and another 5 parts whatever. So I don't have a scientific answer for that, but I don't know. I've noticed it, but I haven't used charcoal. So honestly, I don't know. But let's go like this. Let's start doing our sketch here. We're gonna start a sketch off. But you know what? Let's start a sketch off with this pencil. Let's get a nice little sharpen in here. I feel like this sharpener is a little overkill because it has 3 in 1: a pencil, a color pencil, a jumbo pencil, and a regular pencil. And I only ever use the regular pencils. Maybe I should invest in some jumbo pencils. Jumbo pencils. And here we go. So obviously, Airbender, you like to draw, or you do draw, or maybe you're new to drawing. Great to have this conversation with you. And here we go. So using this graphite, this is a graphite pencil, of course, since all pencils pretty much graphite, I think. All standard pencils are. And here we go. And let's go right into this. Helps to have a nice sharp pencil. You know, I could be making that up about, you know, chances are graphite is graphite. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I have to make up answers because I don't know the truth. I think this is a pretty soft lead that they put in here. Are all leads made the same, or are some leads that are graphite sticks, or some graphite sticks better quality than others? I'm sure there's got to be a quality difference. But maybe it's like vitamins, you know? People always like to wonder about the quality of vitamins, but a vitamin is a vitamin in some cases. Some people swear by, you know, more expensive vitamin products, and then some people say that, you know, a vitamin is just a vitamin. You're learning to draw right now. Amazing, fantastic. What resources are you using? What programs are you looking at? What are you studying or not? Or are you just sketching on your own terms? That's cool too. All right, so here we go. We're gonna come around, right around here. Yo, what's up, Danny E? That's cool. I know I've been streaming later and later. I just haven't been able to find time lately to do like an early stream. But you know what? I'm so grateful that you take the time to just pop in to say what's up and, you know, participate in a creative community. You know, I find it... You know, I see that you're on a series right now. You're on a roll with your artwork, so that's great. And you know, I think when I think about art school, and by the way, I've never been to like a prestigious art school. I've never even stepped foot inside one, so I don't know the exact. You know, I could be wrong here, but when I think about art schools, I did do an online art program, and a lot of those the mentors that I had did go to good art schools. And you know what I think is the real big difference, the real difference, because like, you know, art's so subjective, you know, and obviously a great mentor, a great teacher can really help you unlock some of your creative visions. But I think for the majority of people, the biggest value of like art school isn't like the knowledge, right? Anybody can just like go out and draw stuff, right? Anybody can just draw stuff. Sometimes some people need school to motivate them, but anybody can just go out and draw. And, you know, the thing that separates people is that community of artists that art school has. that, you know, the non-art school person has a hard time finding. And, you know, it's those interactions that can truly help to mold people's artwork. But anyway, that's just a theory. YouTube has some good resources like Proko, New Masters Academy. There's a Russian teacher who has some really good drawing tutorials on his channel. Nice. Yeah, I don't do tutorials. It's not my thing. Like, as you could tell, all I'm doing is just studying Bargue. So yeah, I've actually started with Proko. I have Proko, you know, of course I got a lifetime membership to his programs. They're really good. But you know, I decided to go a different route as far as my style goes. And of course you can use Proko in so many ways. He's got an amazing program, especially since it, you know, his program is totally about like movement, you know, and that's so important for drawing, to like have a style that, like, you know, doesn't feel static. One of the first like really successful artists that I met in my life, they said something like, you know, one of the biggest criticism of like modern sculpture was the fact that a lot of the modern sculptures are like so static. They feel like they have no movement. They're just boring and static. And that really stood out to me as far as art goes, you know, just thinking about this idea of like, of why some art is just like, it's just static, it's boring, you know, it's kind of, there's no movement, there's no energy in it. And it really stood out to me as a comment. So I think Proko specifically is really good at teaching a form of drawing that, you know, artistically speaking, feels like there's energy, that there's movement to it, compared to other styles. Like even this is a fairly static style. But where I think Bargue does really well is the dramatic. You know, like, I think Proko, this is just me going on about Proko, but like, you know, Proko, like, you know, Proko, you start with the head, and then you got the body, and you got the movement here. I'm actually not doing this very well, but let me try that a little better. You know, oh yeah, so let's say someone's got a curve right here, and then the body right there, and then, you know, the line of action, they call it, right? The line of action. So, I don't know, Proko's really good. Basically what I'm trying to say is Proko's really good at like helping you find movement in a drawing. And like even like a little sketch can have like so much energy. Even a little sketch like this can just have such a lot, like so much energy. Anyway, this isn't how Proko does it. He's obviously much better at Proko. But that the initial exercises that are basically just, you know, doing the, what is it, like coffee sack or potato sack technique or something, I think are really helpful to like capture movement. But here's where I think Bargue really comes in strong. Is although you're able to capture movement, I think Bargue is really good at teaching this classic aesthetic, which Proko does too, but you know, there's so much movement in his that your focus is more of like this energetic effect rather than, you know, this classic dramatic look, this aesthetic, you know, just an old school beauty, you know. So Proko is great. Just I never really got it. I was just never a great Proko student. Not that, you know, you work it on your own pace. You work it on your own pace. But the other thing about Proko, and that I love about this course, the Charles Baird course is it's very straightforward, right? Like, I know I'm talking a lot right now, but I don't like online courses where there's just like so much explanation. Like, this is just so straightforward, you know, just copy this and figure it out. It's like sink or swim. And that speaks to me. I actually, what's up, Omizu? Oh, nice. Old New Masters. Cool. Yeah, I've New Masters Academy. Yeah, I've heard of them. I haven't really totally used their stuff. But when I did, like, when I was doing concept art, I was thinking about doing New Masters. But I actually did my graphic, what do they call that? My digital, I actually learned digital art from a guy named Hardy Fowler. As well as like some of my other mentors in during my concept art classes. But I think Hardy Fowler is probably one of the top artists I had an opportunity to work with directly. And my mentor's a really good artist as well. But Hardy Fowler is a really good teacher as far as digital art goes. So that's cool. It sounds like you're involved in a lot of programs. That's awesome. It's awesome to keep at it. One of my mentors, he said to me, he's like, when I was doing digital art, it's like, you know what's interesting was he could see all the different stuff that I was trying out, that I was trying to learn. And, you know, his biggest feedback to me was, you know, man, just like pick one and stick with it. But here's the thing, like me personally, you know, sometimes I think it's important you can't really just have someone tell you to pick one and stick with it, you know, especially when you're just starting out, because, you know, your tastes can change in just a matter of like a week. And I think it's great that some people can know exactly how they want to draw, and they know exactly what tools, like what, you know, what style they want to learn and everything right away. But I was not like that. I wanted to learn. I wanted to see all the different ways and then decide later on. And I've pretty much landed on this for now. But, you know, I use all different methods when I'm actually painting. So here we go. We need to fix this one right here. Let's see. I'm going to go. But what's up? Did I say Omizu? Too much focus on style when starting out. Too much focus on style. Yeah. Yeah, also that's another thing. When I started drawing, you know, although I was like studying different techniques and methods, I was also just going out and just sketching everything that I could in public, at work. I would just sketch. So here we go. Yeah, how's your stuff coming along? Where's your, you got an Instagram page? And let's see, we're gonna go, actually, you know what? Too much focus on style, yep. So let's go into here. But yeah, Proco, man. Proco, I really like Proco a lot. I like it's a really good, like, crash course I highly recommend his online program if you haven't gotten it already. If you need more guidance, like, you know, beyond, like if you can't just like pick up a book and just start learning, I highly recommend Proco. Proco's great. Here, let me give you a demo of Proco. Let's see, let's pull up my Proco page, and you know, you could take a look at what it actually consists of. Let's see, proco.com. Let me access my account. I feel like I should just be a Proco affiliate. Does he do affiliate programs? One day, maybe. That's a good idea. Let me see if I could become an affiliate of Proco and like just demo his stuff all day long. Let's see. What do I sign in with? All right, here we go. Proco. Let's see. He's also got like lots of courses from other people as well. So it's not all just about, oh yeah, gesture, the gesture course. And you know what, Proco, he's also got great programs for like, you know, if you're animating or something and you're like, hey, you know, I need you to just come up with a cartoon character right now. I think Proco's course is great because, you know, the whole idea of the gesture is so powerful because that converts to creating really live figures as well. But let's see. Does he have I really want to know if he has an affiliate program. I should sign up for it. Ah, he does have an affiliate program. All right. Free drawing, common throughout the internet. All right, cool. Wow, I might have to become a Proco affiliate and do my next series as a Proco drawing. If y'all don't know, some of my income, not a lot, some of my income comes from affiliate marketing. From my stuff I advertise. Let's see, portrait drawing, figure drawing. I did art of caricature. I never really got into the art of caricature, but it's that 32 hours of content. Creating a comic page, character design, anatomy. He's got a really comprehensive anatomy class. It's pretty good. I definitely went through more than 1% of it, but let's see. As you could tell, though, I never finished any of these courses in full. Oh, yeah, they call it the bean. Is it the bean? Ah, the robo bean. Landmarks. Let's see, shading. Ah, maybe I should spend some time on the shading. Let's see, what supplies does he use? Huh. Proco. There we go. Drawing supplies. Pencils. Oh my goodness. He uses pencils. Unbelievable. Wolf Corbin uses charcoal. Of course, you got to use the razor for sharpening. This is some handy advice. Yeah. I got to get me one of these erasers. For longer drawings, shading, measuring. Okay, so he's teaching measuring techniques to get things perfectly accurate. Human proportions. This is probably pretty important. More important than even like learning gesture, I think. Because if you can know proportions, you can easily like start to just draw the body and know if you've got things right or not. But what's the other? He did the bean. Ah, the bean, the standard bean. Yeah, this is something I never really got into, is the motion of the bean. The bean body. Yes. Oh, yeah. Can't see that. Human bodies or no on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I obviously did not go through all of his programs. But also the other thing is I really wanted to, so I paint. I don't know if you watch my other live streams, but most of the time I spend painting. And if you spend too much time figure drawing, it's great. It'll teach you, you'll learn great things about how to draw. But as far as painting goes, you know, getting too into the weeds of drawing, as opposed to finding your expression in as a painter, can, in my opinion, bog people down. Can bog you down as an artist, because, you know, if you get too technical with drawing, I think you can also get super technical with art and then lose. I'm not saying like you lose expression, but I am saying that. I'm not saying it exactly, but yes, I am basically saying you can lose a little bit of your own expression if you spend too much time focused on just drawing. Like even this, you know, my opinion of me doing this, honestly, is, you know, I feel like when I do start painting again, I'm going to be a little bit uptight. I'm going to be a little bit uptight when I draw or when I paint again. And that's not always good, you know. You lose a little bit of creativity when that happens. But of course, I'm not a commercial artist either, right? Like, I don't work at a studio. I don't work at a studio doing animation, so that's an important thing to distinguish as well. Knowing what it is that you want to do, type of art that you want to make. All right, here we go. So here we go. Let's go into the sketch here, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with this piece. Yeah, when it comes to painting, I mean, you know, the drawing fundamentals still come in handy, and especially like, you know, if you're doing like realist painting. And especially if you use like, you know, you plan to use like, say, grids in your paintings. You know, you do like a really well thought out sketch ahead of time. If you do like a really well thought out sketch, you have the whole thing gridded out, and that's how you plan to paint. That's also, you know, important. Drawing comes in really handy. But if that's not what you want to be known for painting wise, then, you know, it's really about figuring out your thing. That's quite a burp, huh? But yeah. So have you picked the course that you're going to stick with, that you're going to, you know, fully invest yourself in? Or are you still just like exploring your options? Either way is fine, you know. Sometimes it takes time. It took me like, you know, I've been took me like a few years before I settled on being like, hey, I'm gonna do an entire series, just entire YouTube live stream series, just studying Charles Bargue. You know, took me a long time before I even did that. So here we go. Let's go like this. I'm gonna go right up into here, pull a little line transition. And then let's go like that, like this. Let's find our shadows into this area here. Let's go around here. And got some shadows right here. And here we go. All right, we got our basic sketch done. Our general outline of things to come, things to be created. And I see people on Twitch. I don't know why, for whatever reason, my Twitch viewers never chat. I don't know why. Because I can actually see the Twitch chat, but no one on Twitch ever likes to chat. And it makes me wonder why. Why does Twitch... Let's go to Twitch. Let's see what people, if anybody, see, I can't actually see who's on my Twitch actually. Open app. I'm not going to download Twitch. But it does make me wonder who likes to pop in from Twitch that never wants to say hello. All right, so we're going to go with this wonderful, wonderful pencil. This is STAEDTLER Mars Technico. Has a piece of lead inside, but this tip is actually broken. It's maybe like 2 millimeters in, and then it broke. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm trying to make the best of it. Sooner or later, I'm probably going to have to just sacrifice it. But that's one cool thing about a lead holder is, you know, you can get some extra use out of it even after it breaks. Nice, there we go. A nice sharpener attached to it. This little hole right here in the back is a sharpener. Do you know that? Does everybody know that? Isn't that great having a sharpener attached to your pencil? I mean, obviously it's technically called a lead holder, but wonderful, wonderful design. Now, the only annoying thing is you still have to empty it out somehow. So I empty it out in my pencil sharpener. So either way, I need a pencil sharpener. But I think if you're like out and about, or if you're in like an office somewhere or something, it's probably easy to just, you know, get rid of it. But let's get some of the shadows in here. I'm going to go for some dark. Oh, you know what? Let's use up the rest of this pencil. I just want to use the rest of this pencil. Why am I flip-flopping on what pencils I want to use? This shouldn't be that big of a deal. Shouldn't be that difficult to decide, right? So here we go. You go up, and then this needs to be a little bit straighter up. And yes. And let's see right here. So let's go like this. So I can definitely see that there's getting to be a little bit of the graphite, as Airbender had said. Graphite, what do you call it? Graphite, graphite shine. So here we go, getting some of our deepest shadows first. Starting with some of our deeper shadows. Oh my goodness, this kitty. Come here, kitty. What's up, Scout? What's up, bud? It's my boy. It's my kitty, the sweetest kitty that you could ever have. Or one of the sweetest kitties. He's craving attention right now. Look at this guy. Massaging his feet. Hey, bud. You ready to get down yet? Or you just want to bother me? Want to bother me? The secret to getting cats to stop bothering you while you're working is to annoy the heck out of them. Give them hugs and kisses until they can't handle it anymore. And then they will go away. So here we go. We need a nice thin, dark, a nice dark space here. All right, and here we go. I want to erase away a little bit of this. And let's go like here. All right, let's sharpen this pencil again. You know what? I should try the razor thing. I feel like I want to try the razor thing. Do I really want to learn a new technique right now to sharpen this with the razor? Not really. Just keep sharpening it. Good old double, just 2 twists. We got a nice sharp pencil again. Eventually, when I get annoyed of having to sharpen my pencil too often, that's when I'll finally be like, hey, I should finally just learn how to do really sharp pencils. And let's go. And here we go. So actually this one, And here we go. Let's get another. And here we go. So just filling in some of the darkest shadows here. And here we go. So, whew. All right, getting the basic details done. Actually, I need to feed some cats right now. I'm gonna be right back in like 45 seconds times 3. Fern, 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 here, try this. Fern, here. Scout, no. here, eat this. Fern, here. Scout, no. Go, Scout, here. Scout, right here. Alright, you too. Here, Fern. Fern, come here. Look, tree. Okay, now you can have your dinner. Good girl. Good job finishing your medicine. All right, and we're back. Let's finish up this. I think I got a majority of my my main shadows here. Let's see. I can get a little bit more right into here. Okay. All right. Got some nice shadows there. Let's get a nice shadow right here. You know what? I can do some. Let me go with. Let me think right here. What needs to happen right now? Got some of the dark shadows. What I think is I want. Oh, here we go. Let's go into here. And then here we go. Hmm. Trying to figure out this curve right here. This section is slightly escaping me. You know what? I can modify this section. So let me figure this out right here. I need to go bring this up. And here we go. Oh, that might be too high. No, it needs to go like right here. And let's go over the line right above here. And here we go. So, got our main shadows in. Let's go with another pencil here. Done with this one. Let's go up here. We're gonna go some shadows right into here. Actually, you know what? This point is a little too sharp right now, so I can't really use it for like light shading, but I can probably use it for just slightly less than totally dark shading. And let's go into here. And here we go. So finding some more lighter shadows here. And this will be like a light shadow. All right, and here we go. We're gonna go bring this up. I do my best to try to use the side of the pencil, or not the side, but like this little angled part right here. And let's see. All right, here we go. We go on the side of the hand right here. And here we go. We're gonna go and here we go. So we're just going to move up with the shadowing, or the shading. Technical term is shading. And all this is it helps to create like a little transition space. Because you're going to have the super dark area, and then you're going to have the super light area. And that's my goal with what I'm doing here, is just allowing myself to have this like little transition space. There's only a slight curve going on Need to erase this a bit. Let's go use this eraser here. And maybe go a little bit darker into here, just slightly. And here we go. So bringing into here, I think there's a bit more of a transition area. So we're gonna go, just keep using the side of our, a little bit towards the side of the pencil into here. And I want to reduce the darkness of this a little bit, so I'm just dab it with my eraser. And you know what? Here we go. We can actually dab into here with our pencil. And let's go back with this. I'm gonna go and here we go. So we're gonna go I want to reduce the so I made a line here, but it needs to be not a line, it needs to be like just a soft hard edge. And I need to round this out a little bit. That's actually a pretty good roundedness. It's just add a little bit of something back in. And here we go. We still got the whole hand left. Still got quite a lot left. But that's what we're going to work on right now. And let's see, so here we go. Now I will say, someone was talking about Proco earlier, and Proco's pretty amazing at advertising. I don't know a single person who wants to learn how to draw that doesn't know who Proco is. So absolutely amazing advertising there. Amazing marketer. Very well marketed. And you know what? It's a great course. He's got a great program. He's an amazing entrepreneur. Proco is. And let's go like this. Eventually I might go in with a 6B here. going with the 6B, just to capture some of the darker shadows. And here we go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to make the shading, the shadow shading darker, and you know, the light shading more differentiated. But for now, just focused on getting some of the finer details. Let's see, I want to erase away this little part right here. There's a little section right here. Let's see, let's go like this. You know what? I can actually just erase that and then just draw it in the way I want it. And here we go. We got our initial sketch down. Here we go. We got our initial sketch down of our hand. And let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at our two hands right now. All right, not too bad. You can see this is a little bit bigger than it needs to be. I think the darks can go a little darker. The shadow up here needs to be updated, needs to be modified a little bit, but overall, pretty decent. Not too bad. Yeah, I just got to improve some of the shadows. I mean, I guess that's everything. The shadows are everything, pretty much. I got to improve some of the shadows, and we're good to go. So actually, I'm going to erase away a little bit of this. And let's pull out our 6B pencil now. I'm going to pull out a 6B pencil. This is our softest lead, which means the softest lead allows for, you know, the most amount of lead to come off. And I think what that means is that you can get some darker shadows. That's it. The whole goal is to get some darker shadows. And let me use my 4B here to mix in a little bit of a... Let's see how that's looking. That little change was enough to... Yeah, you know what? That little change is pretty good. Bring this down a little bit further. And then try to soften this a little bit by adding a little bit of a dot right here. little bit of a curve right here. And you know what? We're gonna flatten right here. And I think it's a little rounder here, so let's go like this. We're going to carve away at this edge. Yeah, I guess a little bit more of a roundness. Let's take our 6B and we're just going to go in and, you know, I don't need to, so I guess there's only I can only get so dark with the graphite. So all I really need to do is at least at minimum, you know, where it's supposed to be dark to make it extra. Make the shadow stand out extra. See how I constantly like to look in the light. And help to just create a couple of little transitions by like doing a little bit of like blending around the edges. And then here we go. Let's make sure that we bring this work down and try to keep our shadow really distinct. And let me go really distinct shadow. Some really distinct shadows here. And let's see, really distinct shadows. That's the goal right now. We're going to use our black, or our 6B. We're using like a 6B. You know, the 6B is really just a distinction of softer lead. That's going to help us capture some just slightly more subtle details. All right, so let's go in there. Constantly checking back in just to see how it's looking. I think this is okay. Let's give this a little bit. Let's darken this line. Give the line weight something a little bit denser here. By the way, if you're watching from Instagram, I can't actually chat on Instagram. Even though I have subscribers, friends, acquaintances, people that I actually want to talk to on Instagram, I can't because Prism doesn't allow for the connectivity. and I think Instagram live stream. You know, I can do it on Facebook, but there's so many issues. You know, multi-streaming is, and being totally connected and interactive can be quite the challenge. Alright, so I just want to create like a more subtle transition here. Let's go into here, make a nice shadow. And let's see, how do I find, just trying to navigate these last little sections here. Let's just modify this knuckle here. And you know what? I want to dab away at some of this hand right here. And I want to go back into it. Let's do a different, lighter pencil. We're going to go with like a 2B here. Just pop out a 2B pencil and use that because it's going to be a harder lead, which means I don't have to press as hard, but I can still like use the side of it to create this like this shading here. And I would, oh man, I need to get myself a really nice like moldable eraser. A moldable eraser, here we go. Oh, I gotta use this. I mean, I do, you know, one good thing about using a big pencil is that, you know, there's like this challenge of like navigating this idea that it's a big eraser. And let's go like this. There are some really, really tiny spots of shadow along the way on this pencil here, so we're gonna go like barely even noticeable. And here, let's go just a little bit a little bit further in. No. Darken this area just a little bit more. Let's see, we're going to erase away some of this. Go with our 6B. We're going to use a 4B to darken this little knuckle right here. All right, let's see. Yeah, this knuckle's a little bit chunky. I need this shadow to come up a bit more. I think the shapes are okay, but I just got to go a little bit darker. Don't be scared of the shadows. A little bit darker into some of these sections here. And let's see. Not too bad. Maybe get that just a bit darker. Just a little bit into here. Just like a little, tiny little shadow of light. Little hint of light. And this one can be thinned out a little bit too. This one can be a little bit better. All right. Wow. Okay, we're done. We are finished. Can you believe I've only been going for an hour and 40 minutes? It feels like much longer. Let me see. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Let's take a photo of this piece. All right. You know what? Let's keep going, shall we? Let's push ourselves to the brink of exhaustion. Let's get ourselves to the brink of exhaustion. Totally kidding there. let's see. We got this hand on the left. Got a really, this is going to be my favorite arm here. One of them. You know what I like about these? You can start to see the line detail. And I can't tell if it's the printing or if it's the actual drawing. But let's go ahead and sharpen our colored pencil here. Let me check on a couple other platforms real quick. It's hard for me to keep up with all of them sometimes. You know, for those of you that are wondering about streaming, it's like I started it on a couple of platforms, and I want to say my Kick channel, even though I can't talk to my Kick people, my people on Kick, my Kick is growing, actually, pretty fast compared to other platforms. Now, you know, YouTube is still my favorite. I still love YouTube, but, you know, it's always good to have alternatives because you never know, right? You just never know when YouTube's going to have a fit one day, or someone's going to go on a report rampage because they're upset at you, or whatever. You just never know when that's going to happen. And, you know, sometimes, unless you're like in communication with an actual YouTube, someone who's actually works at YouTube, it can be difficult to get your channel instated. And you know, YouTube definitely has control over all that. So YouTube will still be my primary, will pretty much always be my primary platform, but this line is so crooked. There's nothing straight about this line. This is why people use rulers, but I'm not going to use a ruler. Forget it. I'm going to use my power of perception. That's what we're given, right? We all have the power of perception. We're all given eyes. Or if we do have eyes, you know, I mean, we're not all, you know, some people have unfortunate. So for those of us that can see, you know, use that power. Use that amazing gift that you have that, you know, some people would love to have. Their vision again, right? I very much appreciate my own vision. I love my vision. I'm very grateful to be able to see, because there are people alive who cannot see right now. There are people alive who have never seen a Picasso painting, right? Like, is it just, or even if they could, even if they were in a first world country that has a Picasso painting, they've never seen it before. Or any artist, right? Michelangelo, etc., Basquiat, you know, name an artist. You can figure out what I'm saying, but all right, let me find a good spot to actually start. Scout, what's up, bud? Oh, Mizu, I'm not taking ideas, huh? Trying to get ideas. mass report. Well, now, you know, now that you're planning to report me, at least I know who it is, so I can have retribution. So anytime, if I ever get another video that gets a warning or anything on music, I'm totally just gonna blame it on you, and I'm gonna come to your channel and make annoying comments. You know, it's funny, throughout the day, I'm constantly thinking, you know, I should paint more, I should draw more, I should draw more, I should draw more. But it's such an interesting thing, like when the time comes to it, when I'm actually sitting down and drawing, like right now, I sit down and I feel like I can only go for maybe like 2 hours. No. Any issues that I have, Omizu, I will blame on you from now on. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go down at an angle here. Alright, well, I've already got an issue. I think this line is too long. You challenge it. You're up for the challenge. You're up for the task. All right, right here. Okay, and we got some progress here. So Mizu, what sort of exciting things are going on in your life besides artwork? Got any new cooking recipes? Are your pets learning how to talk? Have you had any supernatural experiences? Has anybody here had any supernatural experiences before that they're willing to share? Anyone ever been possessed? If you feel like that's a personal thing, you don't have to say anything, okay? You don't gotta say nothing. And here we go. Pookie, hello. Nothing interesting? Is it snowing? How's the weather? Do you have to chop wood? I had to take a pause because my cat is here, and I have to give her enough attention until she gets so annoyed at me that she's ready to go. And then we're gonna go, you know what, I don't necessarily need to make that yet. But I do need to make this piece right here. If you had wood burning stove, you'd have to chop wood. Supernatural experience, or is a bad case of gas? You have a friend who lives in Vermont, and he's got to chop wood to keep the fireplace going. And here we go. this thumb has an interesting shape because it looks like it could be stubby, but we'll figure it out. Here we go. I'm on a roll right now. I feel some momentum. I feel some exciting movement. You know, I'm past this point of like wanting to stop, and I'm back into feel like I'm back into a groove again after this last arm. I almost quit after the last arm, or was ready to finish for the night, I should say, not quit. I was ready to finish for the evening on my last one. But you know what? I've got like a second wind. I've got a second wind to continue. Therefore, I shall make the best of my night and continue. Let's get some of these other fingers here. We're going to go right here. Maybe I could finish this hand tonight. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling an energy. I hope other people are sensing this energy as well, you know? It's good to... It's nice to get like a second wind. Second wind of momentum, you know? I've totally been having harder times trying to find time to like do artwork these past, you know, lately. But you know, I got to be grateful to the time that I can do it. Here we go. All right, so some issues right here. Let me see what I can do about this. I need to make this a little bit closer. Let's get this right, baby. Let's get this right. No, a little bit more. Whew, all right, I think we got that. Just took a couple of tries to get this just right to where I wanted it. And even down here, we're going to have another hand. You know, I'm just constantly looking back and forth at the drawing just to figure this out. Let's see, just to navigate this piece right here. No. Angle needs to be just a little bit steeper here. Split that difference. And there we go. And it's okay if you can make the fingers a bit longer. You know, no one ever gets upset at having hands that are too big. In a drawing, or a smile that is too bright, or a personality that is too fantastic. If you can show that in a drawing, no one ever gets upset. Whew. All right, so let's go like this. If I go a little bit past the thumb here, go past the thumb. Let's bring this thumb out. Let's start making this thumb here. And we're going to go with this thumb right here. Steeper one. Use a little bit of a sharper angle here. Let's see where this ends. This should end like around there. Ooh. So I can see some issues here. Let me see how I can adjust these issues. You know what? I can actually make this a little bit lower. And where this needs to be, where did I go wrong? So what I'm seeing here is that this piece should be above, actually needs to be above where that finger goes. But that's not quite there. That's like, and maybe this finger can just extend a bit further. I don't know. Something is up with this. That is okay. But if I come down here, this needs to be... Yeah, this is so off. What do I need to do to fix this? Let me see. Time to do what you're supposed to do, and then like really figure out what the heck's going on. Now I don't mind if it's a little bit off, but there's like something that's really... So this thing is really long. That's okay. I mean, this finger area is be a little bit longer, but the issue that I'm having with is down here. If I cut this across, right? That should be pretty much above. That should be intersecting around where the finger... What have I done? What chaos have I created? You know what? Let's redo this thumb here. We're just going to raise the thumb up a little bit. So let me just get this right? So this looks pretty close. It goes up like that. And if I can just bring this thumb a little bit sharper. Maybe a bit more of a deeper angle. So this needs to be above. Yeah, that's getting closer, getting closer. We're going to go... And let's see how we can find this. We're going to find a roundness. The tip of the thumb should be about right there. I feel like I haven't done anything to this thumb. It almost looks like the exact same length, maybe just a tiny bit higher. I don't know. Let's see. Where did I go wrong? Where have I gone wrong, huh? All right, this thumb's going to come just before this, so... It's about the same area as that. And... See, that's where there's another issue. So if I bring this... This does not make sense to me. Unless this line is crooked. But this knuckle should be right around where that starts. Oh my goodness, this is going to give me a headache. My goodness. Maybe this is like one of those illusions? What the heck? try to figure this out. Well, because look, I did this. This is a good angle. All right. What have I done wrong here?